Hey everybody, Shane here, Shoebox Legends. Thanks for tuning in for a quick video today. Been very busy still, but had a few minutes free and thought I would get one up before the weekend here. Gonna look through this stack of baseball cards. Some great stuff in here, some recent pickups, as well as some survivors that I found in my ongoing Purge that I've never shown on the channel before. It's gonna be all baseball today, and we're gonna start off with some bridge players. These are guys who began their career in the Negro Leagues and then later transitioned to Major League Baseball, starting with Hal Jones on the 62 Topps issue. Love this set. It has really, really grown on me as far as the Golden Era Topps vintage baseball sets, and picked this up for about $1 on eBay just because I did want to represent Hal in my Negro Leagues Z folio that I've been building over the last year plus. And then while that one was a new pickup, while I've been going through my ongoing Purge here, sorting through boxes and really trying to get rid of a lot of the bulk of my collection, went through some vintage stuff recently and found two singles that I realized were bridge players. Both from the 1960 Topps release. We have the Frank Herrera with the Phillies, his rookie star card, and then the Bill Bruton for the Milwaukee Braves to go along with that. So these will go into that Z folio right alongside the Hal Jones. Those are cards that I've had for years, but when I filed them away the first time, I didn't realize the significance of them being bridge players. So pretty cool to run across those. Next up, a few more cards that survived the Purge. This time on the Stadium Club front. I kind of abandoned the pursuit of completing a lot of the modern Stadium Club sets that I had been working on. I'm just not a set builder. That's the realization that I've come to. I don't have the space or the patience. And I did keep a few, though. Select cards from the 2014 release here to begin with. Of course, the Red Sox had won the World Series the year prior in 2013. And so in the 2014 set, we got this great David Ortiz card at the White House featuring Barack Obama there, them taking a selfie. So pretty creative Stadium Club fodder there. And then from the same championship, I always love this photograph. Koji Uehara, reliever, leaping into the arms of the catcher here and celebrating the final out of that 2013 World Series championship. Stadium Club at its best. And then on a similar note, and from the same set, this is one of my all-time favorite images on any Stadium Club card. This is just the base. I do hope to find like a rainbow foil board of this someday. But as a Red Sox fan, does not get much better than this. You have Mike Napoli hoisting the World Series trophy with the Fenway faithful behind him there. Just a killer shot. And we'll actually put that one up in the background here. And then finally, the fourth and final 2014 Stadium Club card that I hung on to. Actually, I lied. There's one more. But I kept this Xander Bogaerts because it's a rookie card. Brutal image. Stadium Club, you know, they have great images like the Mike Napoli. This is not one of those. Look at that facial expression on Xander. I don't know why they chose this to be his rookie card. It is one of my least favorite Xander rookies, but it's a Bogaerts rookie nonetheless, and decided to hang on to that one. And then on the rookie card front, the other big Red Sox rookie from the 2014 release, and one that I like much better than the Bogaerts, Mookie Betts. Love this one. It's a fielding image. It would have been cool to get a batting image, but this is clearly Fenway Park. I can tell this is the center field wall. In the background, you actually have a bar behind this now called Bleacher Bar, but great shot there of Mookie tracking down a ball that's been lined into the outfield. And of course, being a 2014 card, this is his rookie, one of many. A huge Betts collector. These were my two guys back in the day. I've sort of gotten out of Bogaerts collecting over time, but Mookie, I am very much still into player collecting. So happy to have that rookie card. And then just a couple more on the Stadium Club front. I kept this one from the 2016 release, the Mike Trout featuring the large oversized bobblehead statue. Just really, really dig this one. One of my favorite images in Stadium Club period. Was finally able to get a rare parallel of this in graded format just earlier, or last year, I think it was. But this is the base card to go with it, and you cannot beat that image. And then we'll close out on the Stadium Club front with the Shohei Ohtani rookie from the 2018 release. Again, he had not appeared in Major League Baseball yet, or they certainly wouldn't have had time to get photographs together, game action photos, by the time this set came out. So you get Shohei at the podium here in his Angels jersey. So not my favorite Ohtani card, but I felt like I couldn't get rid of this, just being a Stadium Club fan and a big Shohei Ohtani fan. Apologies for the glare. A lot of light in here this morning. That concludes the Stadium Club portion of the video. Next up, returning to the Negro Leagues Z Folio that I've been working on. This is a card that I showed off in a recent video, the Topps Living Set Buck Leonard. I'm sure a lot of you are aware of this. I did cover it recently with a friend of mine over text. But if you don't know, the Living set started back in 2018, and it's an ongoing set, hence the name Living. It's still going here in 2025, with the numbering continuing on all the way through from that original 2018 release. They are on demand, printed to demand, depending on how many are ordered, and they all feature original artwork, and they're done on the 1953 Topps baseball design. They even have complete backs. I showed this Buck Leonard in the recent episode, tribute episode that I did on Buck Leonard and my modern collection of his, but I have a few more Negro Leagues themed Topps Living cards that are going to go into the Z Folio alongside Buck, and I figured I would get them into today's video. This is a really cool one here, Josh Gibson with the Homestead Grays, an imagined 53 Topps card. Just really dig this. For the longest time, you could get these for $5. I know when the statistics got incorporated a little over, or not quite a year ago now, this thing shot up to like $50. I'm assuming it's come down since, but you could do a lot worse than to pick one of these up if you want to have Josh represented in your card collection. Then we have a bridge player here, Roy Campanella, who famously won 3 MVPs in the majors after transitioning over from the Negro Leagues. This is a rare action shot, you know, in the true spirit of 53 Topps. Most of these living cards do have portraits, like the Josh Gibson here, but on occasion, just like in the original set, you do get an action painting, and we got that here with the Roy Campanella. We'll throw this one up in the background as well. I really dig that card. Next is a fun one, Satchel Paige. Talked about him a few times recently. Just finished a great biography on him, written by, I think, Larry Ty. It came out maybe 10 or 12 years ago, but it made me respect the man even more than I already did. He is one of the most intriguing personalities and what could have been cases in the history of Major League Baseball, if you ask me. And I think they did a beautiful job representing him on the Cleveland Indians here in the Living set. Of course, the rule with Topps Living, there can only be one card per player per team ever included in the set. So while this is the only, Cleveland Indians page card, in theory, in the future, they could produce like a Negro Leagues Satchel Paige card in the Living set, and I hope to see them do that. I would love to get like a Kansas City Monarchs Topps Living page. And then on that note, the final Topps Living card for today, this is one that I was pumped to see. Bill Greason, who is still with us. Those of you that watched the Rickwood Field game last summer, he threw out the first pitch. Never really had a Topps card, other than I think a really tough autograph that was available maybe in Topps archives years back. But this was a really cheap way to get him represented. I love that they included him depicted here with the Birmingham Black Barons. And I hope to see more Negro Leagues franchises and players included in the Living project as that moves forward. And I'm fairly sure that we will. Really cool to see Fanatics dipping into that side of things. So that concludes the Topps Living. And then I just have a few pickups here to kind of round out the video, including a couple of great autographs to finish. This one I've had a while, but never managed to show it off. It's the 2023 Topps Independence Day parallel, and it features the AL RBI leaders from 2022. I usually focus on the AL home run leaders card from this release. Of course, it signifies Judge's 62 home run historic season, but he did pace the league in RBIs as well. And if you remember, it came tantalizingly close to a triple crown, lost out only on batting average. So I dig this RBI leaders card, and it features, maybe, it's very, very early to say, but it could be potentially 3 future Hall of Famers. I think Jose Ramirez is definitely on track. Judge is most likely there as well, and Kyle Tucker's had a solid start to his career as he moves his talents to the city of Chicago beginning in the 2025 season. I've got 2 cards here of a player collection that I started up last year. Vladimir Valentin, the single-season Nippon Professional Baseball home run record holder. This is from his time in the majors with the Mariners. It is a 2009 Topps. It is the Silk Collection Parallel, as you can see across the top here, numbered out of 50. Very obvious what this is, but for a few years running, they did these, and these are miniature versions of the flagship card printed on silk and then embedded in this larger frame. So that's a pretty cool pickup. They don't have backs, plain backs. They're always numbered to 50. They don't do these anymore, I don't believe. Lasted just a couple of years. But yeah, just a random fun Valentin card for that collection. I know very few people collect him or care, but he's been a fun way for me to dip my toes into some of those like early to mid 2000s releases from when I was not in the hobby. And on that note, scored another great parallel of his Bowman Chrome rookie card. This is the orange refractor. If we take a look at the back, this is numbered to 25 copies. So beautiful, very limited refractor there. Great shine. This thing is coming up on, 15 to 20 years old now, but it looks fantastic. And it was dirt cheap because, again, nobody really cares about or collects Vladimir Valentin. He's largely forgettable other than that one incredible season over in Japan. And then we're going to close out with three big ones here, at least big for me, big enough that they got the one-touch magnetic treatment. How about this beautiful Topps Black Justin Verlander? And again, apologies for the glare. I got a lot of light in here today. But this parallel was, it's been recently reported, has been saved. Many collectors, myself included, were upset when 2025 Topps Series 1 came out and it didn't have the black parallel, which is a long-standing tradition in the flagship set that dates all the way back to 2003. So over 20 years of this very tough to find parallel. Thankfully, Fanatics announced recently that in Series 2, it will be returning, and they will also have the Series 1 cards included in black format in the Series 2 packs. So Fanatics, say what you will, they're certainly not perfect, but it does appear that they listened to an extent or heard the feedback or the noise and are backtracking and reviving Topps Black. So that really excites me. Happy to have this Justin Verlander from 2018. I will pretty much buy any JV Topps Black card that I can get my hands on. I'm a big fan of his, and pitchers are dirt cheap, so always looking to scoop up some new Verlander. And then we're going to close out with two autographs. These are both on card, and they're both part of one of my favorite projects that I've been at in the hobby, and that is collecting 1990 Topps Baseball in autographed format. Archive Signature Series are a great source of these every single year, and I've picked up two from the latest release, the 2024 Archive Signature Series release, both of which I needed for my collection. We start off with this fantastic Ozzie Smith All-Star, of course, in 1990, just like with the original 1958 All-Star cards. The National League had a blue theme, and the American League had a red theme. Great autograph here. He signed really the only light part of the card where it would make sense for him to put his signature. I guess he could have gone diagonally up his leg maybe, but there's a lot of dark areas in this card where it would not be wise of Ozzie to have signed, and so I love that he placed his on-card auto right there. Again, any 1990 Topps certified auto that I don't already own is going to be attractive to me. This was not cheap. This was at open auction, but I was clearly not the only person interested in this. It didn't exceed $100 or anything, but it did come close, and it was not a cheap pickup, but thrilled to have this one. Another 1990 auto bites the dust. I'll never have all 792 cards in autograph format, so I don't drive myself crazy trying to get there. I really just enjoy the ones that I'm able to get my hands on. And on that note, the final card for today's video, this is one I have tried to find for years, and I have to thank my parents in part for this one. They gave me a $50 eBay gift card this past Christmas. Managed to hang on to that all the way until mid-February or early February, and then I found the perfect card to spend it on. Check this out. Also from the 2024 Archive Signature Series release, this is the Bernie Williams. Now, you wouldn't think this would be such a tough card. He's not a Hall of Famer, but he is a fantastic player and was a fan favorite in New York with one of the biggest franchises in sports. Played, I believe, his whole career with the Yankees. So he is widely admired in New York City to this day and has a pretty decent hobby following. On top of that, this is his rookie card in the 1990 Topps release. So for all those reasons, this is a really tricky one to track down and is not as cheap or accessible as you might think. So I'm really pumped to add this. We've even got the uniform number here in the inscription. Great autograph. Really could not be more pleased with this. The Ozzie Smith was very limited. It's hard to make out in this light, but the print run on this is 14. I have copy 2 of 14. By contrast, the Bernie Williams actually has a print run of 98 copies. But despite that, just because it's a rookie card, and we all know how those do in the hobby, this cost me, I think, around the same amount of money as the Ozzie Smith. So as far as these go, these are actually two pretty big ones for the 1990 autograph collection or pursuit. And so happy to add those formally. A little bit of everything in today's video. We saw some vintage, some autos, some Stadium Club, Topps Living, refractors. Hope you saw something that appealed to you. Really appreciate you stopping by. And as you know, I'll be back really soon with some more content. Till then, just keep enjoying the hobby, everybody. Take care.